Welcome to Bible in the Beacon Hotel. We're here with Rabbi Herzl Hefter, Rosh Beit Midrash of Beit Midrash Har El in Jerusalem, in memory of Belda Lindenbaum. Numbers chapter 18. In this chapter, the Bible describes and discusses the gifts that were given to and given by the Levites and the Kohanim. What do you make of these gifts here?
What's very interesting here is that there's a cycle of gift giving. The Kohanim give to the people in the form of their service in the tabernacle. The people return the gift by giving them truma, and they give a gift to the Leviim of Maaser, of the tithe, and the Levites are required to take a tenth of what they receive and pass it on to the Kohanim. And then, of course, the Kohanim do the service for the people, and it's a cycle, right? This makes me think of a very interesting book. The author, whose name escapes me for now, called The Gift, The Erotic Nature of Giving, where it's an anthropological study of primitive economic activity, where the capitalistic way of looking at exchanges is that you exchange equal for equal. Right? I buy something and I pay for it, and then we're finished. We don't have a relationship. In the ancient world, giving and exchanges were actually designed to be unequal. I would give something and I would receive something greater in exchange. And what that was supposed to do, it created a sense of indebtedness, and it bound the people together. And that's what held society together. I gave something, I received something greater, and I was expected to pass on the benefit which I received. And that's actually what's being described here in the chapter.
And that's really interesting, because what you're explaining is that the Levites and the Kohanim and the relationship between them and between the people really is a model for what the relationship of relationships is all about for all time.
Right. So there's a story about the source of the idea of an Indian giver. When the British first came to America, I'm not sure if it was in Virginia, so the governor of Virginia went to visit one of the Indian chiefs, and the Indian chief gave him a pipe. And the governor put the pipe on his mantelpiece, and he had in mind that when he goes back to England, he'll give it as a gift to the crown. And then the chief paid a reciprocal visit to the governor, and the governor was shocked that the chief expected to receive the pipe in return. And he writes about how these barbarians don't understand what giving, the nature of ownership, right? But what the governor didn't understand is he didn't understand that the nature of the giving was supposed to establish a relationship, and you do not hold on to what you receive. You must pass it on, and that's what the chief was saying.
The Indian givers, they were on to something.
They were on to something, which is reflected in this parsha, in this chapter, that the giving is a receiving and a passing on, and that creates the binding experience. And ultimately, the Kohanim, they give to God, so it brings God into the circle of the giving and the receiving.